And we are back for another week. Welcome back to Queen's Park for Life. As always, I am your host, Glenn Marshall. I've made sure to keep all the cables and shoelaces away this week because Coach Patrick Murphy is on. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Yeah, thanks for having us on again, Glenn.
Yeah, cheers for being here. Obviously, not the performance and result we wanted yesterday.
No, a bit disappointing to be honest, but we'll move on. We've got Queenstown away next week, so...
Yeah, I see you were definitely trying to move on last night at the pub, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's only one way to get over it.
So, how about you just give us your opinion on the performances so far this year?
We've got to be honest, but I thought we played really well in Timaru. Timaru was our best performance and we got nothing for it. The week before against Uni, I thought, after a poor start, we lifted it and it turned it into an even contest, even though they had more possession, but we were solid, we were good shape, good structure. We didn't really give up a lot of chances. Any chances I had were from our mistakes. Northern, same as yesterday really, we've given them a 20-minute head start and we're 2-0 down before we're even in the game, so you can't do that against good teams. As I said yesterday after the game, it's becoming an issue. We're going to have to resolve it one way or another. So.
What do you think you can put that down to? Is it just sort of maybe not being focused, or?
I think that's what I was just going to say. I think the only thing you can really put it down to is preparation. I think as you get older, you get into more of a routine. On a match day, you're doing whatever you're doing it, and then you go and you're on time and you're there and you get changed, you do everything right, and then you look after yourself a lot more as you get older because you're more prone to injuries. Whereas young players, I don't want to be disrespectful because I don't know what young people are like these days, but I don't know whether they're sort of rushing to get there or whether maybe they have work in the morning and then they're coming to the ground or whatever. But I just see like Rio's a prime example. I turn up for training 20-30 minutes early and Rio's there stretching and having a jog around the pitch.
Yeah.
If I'm a young 18, 19, 20-year-old, I'm looking at that and thinking, well, Rio's probably the best player in town, arguably the best player in town. He's arguably one of the best players this club's had in the last 20, 30 years. And if he's doing that, why aren't I?
Yeah. It's also how Rio leads, isn't it? That's what he does. He does everything professionally, even though this is an amateur game.
Well, Rio's club captain because he leads by example. He's not club captain because he shouts and screams at people. That's not in his nature.
Yeah.
He's club captain because you expect that where he goes, everybody else is going to follow.
Yeah. I guess there has been a lot of squad changes this year as well compared to last year. We could probably go through them actually. Obviously, Liam McClure out, Caleb Carrasco out.
I think the thing is, like you look at the squad last year, we lost a lot of quality. So we lost Liam McClure was a massive loss. Connor Evans playing South Island League now for Green Island, massive loss. Caleb Carrasco, massive loss. Although we didn't ever get the best of Caleb because we never got him fully fit. Even at 70%, he was one of the best players in the league. He's still got his goals, he's still got his assists. His numbers for appearances and minutes on the pitch were decent.
Yeah.
It was just he couldn't impact games for 90 minutes because whenever he did get fit,
He'd get hacked again.
Somebody who wasn't as good as him or as quick as him would hack him again, and it was always in the same spot, and the same leg kept getting damaged. So he's the potential that you could have had from him. That's a massive loss. The only time we saw him fully fit was for about 25 minutes in a friendly against Wanaka, and he got 3 assists. Like that shows what we missed by not having him fit. People like Rushy again may not have been in the starting 11. But are just around the squad, standards in training, standards on a match day. Even if he's on the bench, he's travelling, he's on the bench, he's doing everything right. He's there on time, he's talking on the bus, talking to people about the game. He's in the dressing room, first in the dressing room, he's getting ready, he's preparing.
Really good attitude.
Yeah, good example to younger players. So you lose that, and Liam probably the opposite. Like Liam, I've never seen anybody as unprepared be as good as Liam. And I don't know how he did it.
There's no explanation for it.
No, none whatsoever. I mean, he didn't even have a pair of boots.
Pretty much sandals. So do you think maybe we've obviously got more depth this year in terms of the squad, but maybe not as much of the high-end talent. David as well, obviously. David's
we're missing David's a massive
personal issues
loss.
and he hasn't been available.
Yeah, David's a massive loss as well. Yeah, I think maybe. Don't get me wrong, Tom Kent's coming back in, Dylan Hawkes has been a great signing. Cam's a better player this year than he was last year. He showed that yesterday. He was brilliant yesterday in both games. Anton's fitter. He'll be better as the season goes on. That's massive, having him back. Having Nick Edwards committed every week. Nick's getting better and better every week as he gets fitter. He had COVID in pre-season and that's affected his early season, but he's getting fitter and stronger every week. So yeah, I think you're probably right. The depth's definitely there. We've got 19, 20 players now, which we didn't have last year.
Yeah.
And you can see the Donald Gray side. You're looking at the names on that list, going.
The starting 11 for Donald Gray yesterday had no one over the age of 26.
Wow.
Which I think I'm 99% sure that's the first time since I've been at the club that's ever happened.
Oh, it'd be definitely the first time since I've been here. We normally have 40-year-olds in the starting 11 in Donald Gray.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so yeah, obviously it was the 5-0 loss to Royals yesterday. What was your take on that game?
I just think, let's say so. I'm going to have to mind my words carefully, but I think we gave them a 2-goal start. Tom got injured, Cam came on, we had a reshuffle. I thought Cam was superb. Cam and Anton up front really put their back four under pressure, and I thought up to half-time we had the better of it. There's an opportunity, 35 minutes, Cam's clean through on goal, the defender just grabs him. It's a red card all day long. We didn't even get a free kick. If he gets through and gets his shot away, there's a chance that it's 2-1. If that lad gets sent off, they can't play out from the back the way they were. The whole game would have potentially swung on that one moment. Yep. Cam's a decent finisher. If he'd have got through one-on-one, I'd have backed him to score from that position. He had to take one touch, which he took. His touch was good. He was about to set himself and the defenders just grabbed him. And you can say it's soft, but what's he meant to do in that situation? Does he have to throw himself on the ground to get the decision? Because in the second half, he does throw himself on the ground and still doesn't get the decision. So
what do you do? What can you do as a player?
Well, there's
really?
nothing you can do. And I'm not saying that's the reason why we lost, but what I'm saying is at that moment we could have got back into the game in that moment. And big moments are what you look at as a coach and as players and as a group. That's what we will look at and we'll cling to. We had the same in Timaru last week. Game-changing moments are going against us at the moment. And they are, it's undoubted. But at the same time, once they then go to 3-0, the game's gone away from us. And it's gone 4 and 5 really quickly, and we've lost our shape, we've lost our discipline. When it went to 3, we just needed to carry on playing. I actually thought we could still get back into it at 3. 3 didn't worry me. But we'd lost the shape and the discipline, and that was the disappointment in the second half. And we've had a chance. Hayden Douglas from a yard out, he's just missed it. At 2-0 again, massive moment to get back into the game. And if you look at their goals, the first goal didn't look like a corner from where I was, but again we've allowed a free header. It's not good enough. The second goal we spoke about on Thursday night and on Saturday, exactly what they wanted to do, the kind of trap that they wanted to set in possession. We haven't dealt with it. We said and set up exactly how to defend that. Was it the third or the fourth goal's handball? It's a clear handball in the build-up. So
certainly the last 2 goals were they just walked through essentially. Yeah.
And that's disappointing. But as I say, there's big moments in games as well that they're just going against us at the moment. Whether that's us making a mistake or a decision or what, this is what happens when you're down the bottom as well. Though, like when you're scrapping for your life, you don't have the ball as much. So there is potential for more to go against you. And at the moment, it all feels like it's going against us. In Timaru last week at 0-0, the ball's over the line. It's just a goal. Just give it. Just put your flag up and give the goal.
There was one of those yesterday in Donald Gray too, to be fair.
Was there?
Yeah.
It's a bit different when you've got no ARs though as well. It's hard for a referee in that situation.
He didn't have ARs, yeah. What are you going to look to sort of try and delve into it training this week. Queenstown away next week, obviously, and they've just come off a win against Wanaka.
Massive result yesterday. Wanaka, a lot of people's picks to win this division, so for Queenstown to beat them shows that they've got quality. We need to work a lot harder. We need to start better. We need to prepare right. We need to be on the bus, needs to be on the road early. Everybody needs to be on time. Preparation needs to be good. The warm-up needs to be good. The start of the game needs to be good. We can't allow them a 20-minute head start. We went up there last year. Didn't play particularly well, but had a really good structure and shape and limited them to one chance, I think, in a game that we won two chances. Chris made a big save with about 15, 20 minutes to go. We know Queenstown, we know they'll want to dominate possession, so we'll have to be well organised, we'll have to communicate well. It'll be tough.
Oh, we might as well go through the rest of the results yesterday. Disappointing, obviously, for the SPL team going down 5-0, but the rest of the club, pretty good day, to be fair. Donald Gray, massive 3 points, 3-1 win over last year's champions Thistle. Cameron Johnson, best player on the pitch. Oh. He only played an hour and he got himself a goal and 2 assists. It probably should have been 2 goals. He had one early on. He took the ball round the keeper and hit it in off the crossbar into the goal, and then it's like it does at the turf, bounced out with the spin, and wasn't given. He didn't have ARs, to be fair, the referee, so it's hard to be too picky on that.
When they don't have ARs, it's difficult. But
that's a massive 3 points. Obviously, only getting the opportunity to play them twice this year with the format of the league. That's as good as big a result as any, really.
I think we played them in pre-season, and it's just you're a typical Thistle. They're hard to beat. They are hard to beat. They're hard to play against. They've got enough about them to cause you problems. Lewis is always a handful up front. I saw he scored a penalty yesterday. I didn't see much of the game because obviously we were warming up at the time. But
yeah, well, the penalty was certainly a wee bit controversial.
I heard it was dubious. The Royals coach actually told me all about it when I was walking down. I didn't see the award. I just saw him score the penalty. But
yeah, I don't think his arm could be more at his side. He looked like he was lined up for military camp, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But thankfully, it didn't change the game. It didn't cost us the game. Nothing like that.
But like I say, I think
you can live with it.
I think with that Donald Gray side, like we said, if you look at the names in it, Tyler Day is an SPL player, Cameron Johnson, Teamer, Bradley was played at SPL all year last year, and obviously that's out of his or our control why he's playing Donald Gray. George Edwards dropped down because he needs minutes. Ryan Gardner dropping down because he needs minutes. There's no reason why, if you take those 3 out, you've still got, look at your bench. You were on the bench yourself. Cam McAllister?
Yeah.
He was on the bench. He's a good player. Arju on the bench, Burgee on the bench. You've still got guys there to come in, and then Seb was missing this week. Who else did you have missing? You had 3 missing from last week. Seb.
Can't remember, to be fair.
I don't know, but you definitely
last night's fucked me on that.
Yeah, yeah. But, you definitely had 3 out anyway from the week before, and man, he's a handful.
Manny had a really good performance yesterday. I felt he didn't particularly do too much in terms of goal scoring threat, but the way he pressured their back line into making mistakes.
He's just a handful. He's horrible to play against. Jaden's come in and done really well in goal. There's every chance he could end up playing SPL this season. If you lose him, you've got Zach as backup. Zach's a good young keeper. Jaden's probably only won that battle because, well, not only won the battle because of Zach getting injured, but Zach getting injured at the wrong time probably was costly for him in terms of the start of the season. But you've no problem if Zach's got to step in goals. When we're at home, you're probably always going to get at least 1 or 2 subs playing 45 to 60 minutes. So
yeah,
the future looks good for that squad, and if we can get more of that squad through to the SPL side as well, those young players that we just named, the future of the whole club looks golden, really.
Yeah, so no, it was just a brilliant all-round performance, and I think the most encouraging thing is that we really limited Thistle to not many chances. I can't think of many. They had a couple of headers from the top of the box, outside of the penalty.
Yeah,
I don't remember Jaden
Nah,
being
caught
too
a few
worried.
things,
Yeah, caught a few things. Came out for the odd ball. And
I think there was one dodgy back pass. I think Ryan put him under a bit of a pressure with a back pass. But he handled it well. Again, like I say, good keeper, good kid. Zacco and Gear's one that we didn't mention as well. Like
yeah,
the future
he
for that
deserves
kid.
a mention.
Yeah, the sky's the limit for that kid. He's unreal. Like we
created a lot and scored a really nice finish.
Well, we saw him play for Southland last year, and it was hard to judge players in that team because of so young and all playing together with no real leadership around them. That's hard, but at the same time, he was still trying to do the right things. And then there was a game on the turf one night when they were going to the under-19s tournament. I think Rio organised a team to play against them, and he played in that and just picked him out straight away as just a good player. He's got a bit of everything to his game, and he's got the right amount of aggression as well as the skill and the touch and the movement.
And I've actually found for a 17-year-old, his attitude's brilliant.
First
Absolutely
class,
brilliant.
First class. So he's got a massive future. I just hope he's not going to uni or anything. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But no, he's, again, will definitely play it for the Prems at some point this season. And he wants to as well, and he wants to be here. He enjoys being here. He enjoys training. He's just a great kid.
Yeah. So no, that's a really important 3 points for Donald Gray.
Massive, yeah.
The women's team had a 15-0 pre-season game against Southend. I don't really think anyone expected anything less than roughly what happened, what transpired.
I think the thing is, the worst thing now for Leanne is that she could probably send the girls on holiday and they're still going to finish in the top 5 or 6.
Top half,
like,
whatever it is, yeah.
Because the points reset now, it almost doesn't matter, right? And that's why the points shouldn't reset, because now once you get into enough points to get in that top half, like, and there's certain sides in that division that won't get 6 points.
Yeah.
Until they do split and they're just playing against each other. So maybe the bottom half could reset because of that, because of how hard it is, the gap in skill level. But the top half shouldn't be resetting. I think it's, well, don't want to say too much on that subject, but I think it's poor.
It just wastes a lot of the season, doesn't it?
Well, I just think if you're going to do that and reset the points, you may as well just pick the best 6 teams. Because we all know who they are. We all know who's going to be there.
I think it's actually 4.
Is it 4? Sorry, 4 and 4. Sorry, I don't know how many teams in it, but we could have picked the best 4 just by hand. We all know who they are.
Yeah.
So, just
shout out to Tyler Andrews, who I believe was last year's Golden Boot winner. She clocked up 8 goals yesterday, which
I got told it was 9.
Yeah, Leanne corrected me there. It was 8 apparently.
Still not a bad day's work, is it? 8 goals?
I mean, no matter the opposition and no matter the skill difference, 8 goals doesn't happen that often.
8 goals is a massive achievement.
Yeah. So well done to her, and well done to the girls. They just keep rolling on. Level 1, Division 2 had a 3-1 loss to Southend. I'm not too sure about. I can't see any of the Div 2 games.
I only know what Smithy said in his speech last night. It's tough for those boys. There's a few older heads in that team, shall we say?
Yeah.
And to be fair to him, since Smithy came back, like, he has made that group a lot more social, and they have a beer and they come and watch the Prem games.
Which is what it's about.
That's what it should be about for them. It's just a group of mates having a laugh and a kick round on a Saturday afternoon, and it's good to have them in the club. So results aren't really important for that team. It's everything else that they can bring to the club, hopefully. And
Editors Cut Division 2, when I was looking at the Southland Football website last night, I tell you what a win, 111 to 1. Woo! That's the scoreline. I do believe it was 11-1 and it got entered wrong, but just when I happened to look on the website, 111.
Yeah, that's a day out. Keyed it in wrong. There'll be a few got 8 goals in that game at 111.
I was trying to figure out, was she trying to call the ambulance or something? And that was a win.
I think results are a bit more important for that team. From what Mitch was saying, they've got there's a few decent Colombians arrived in town that are playing in that team, and he's quite keen to move them up. Results definitely important for that team. I think young Riley played for them as well.
I believe so.
Training with Donald Gray, and he'll play Donald Gray We're a bit full this week with the 3 dropping down. Another good young player who just wants to be here and enjoys.
16, turning 16 this year, isn't he? Yeah. So, no, the future looks good for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a pretty good day for the club outside of the SPL team, I guess, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's time for the part of the show that I know you're looking forward to.
No!
The challenge segment of the show. We start things off with the quiz. There's 5 quiz questions based on sort of current sports events. You get 10 seconds to answer, and each correct answer is worth 10 points. Righto, Paddy. Question number 1. The Highlanders last night lost 30-17 to which side?
Oh, I even looked at this this morning.
And this was on at the pub when we were there, Paddy.
I can't remember. It was it Western something? Force or Storm or something?
Yep, it is the Western Force. Well done, he's got it.
We're off the mark.
One from one, mate. Good start. Question number 2. Devon Conway scored how many runs for the Chennai Super Kings in last night's win over the Sunrisers Hyderabad?
Did he get 88?
Not quite. It was 77 not out. Unlucky. That was a good guess, to be fair.
Yeah, I knew it were a double number.
1 from 2. Righto, question number 3. Wrexham secured promotion and the National League title with a win this morning. Which club pushed them all the way but have ended up finishing second? Notts, yeah, that's quick. You knew that.
They get 100 and they're on 106 points as well, aren't they? 100 and something points. How can you get 100 something points and not win the league?
That is unbelievable.
Oh.
They're about 25 points above third place.
If they don't win the playoffs, they'd be devastated, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's 2 from 3, mate.
Yeah, I don't expect it to go any higher.
Question number 4. Leeds are currently in 16th position in the Premier League. How many points above the relegation zone are they?
2.
Incorrect. It is 1.
Is it 1?
It is 1 point. They're on 29, and I think it's at Nottingham Forest. Are on 28.
Everton are on 28.
Everton,
Forest are on 27. That's
yeah. 2 from 4. A lot of pressure on this question then. And I think you're in trouble. Question number 5, mate. Great Britain beat the Black Sticks in Christchurch yesterday by what scoreline?
Who cares? Oh, I don't know. 2-0. What scores do they have in hockey? What worth? 2-0?
No, it was not 2-0. It was 5-2.
Right.
5-2. Yeah. So unlucky there, mate. That's 2 from 5.
Yeah, that'll do it.
2 from 5. Righto. Well, we'll jump outside, get some headers in, and see how you go. Righto, Paddy. As a central defender, you'd be used to a few headers, wouldn't you?
Oh, terrible, mate, I tell you.
Were you an attacking header of the ball or more of a defensive?
Nah, never great, mate. Just let it hit me. I'm happy if I get under it, to be honest. We'll see how it goes.
Have you got a prediction for yourself here?
Oh, just honestly, the headers just hit the target and I'll be happy.
Fair enough, mate. Oh, well, have a go. Good luck.
Yeah, all good, mate. Cheers.
0 points, Paddy. 0 points. What's the go there, mate?
Yeah, I try to get you to film the trees for the wind day. I want everyone to see how windy it is. So.
I do have to say it was very windy, and it almost looked like I was putting spin on that ball, but I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. Yeah, you got a bit of a rough stick, especially compared to everyone else so far.
I'll definitely
They've had nice, calm conditions.
Next time I'm on, I'm definitely want a rerun of that.
Yeah. So we're a bit unlucky with the weather there.
We'll do it indoor next time. Do it in here.
But unfortunately that is 0. 20 points overall leaves you floundering in last place, mate.
That's all right, mate. I'll redeem myself next time.
Someone's got to be there.
I'll do a bit more research on hockey next time.
Burgie's bookies, he lost some money this week on the Donald Gray result, but he's picked 3 from 3 in SPL. So let's see what he's got for us this week.
Welcome to another edition of Burgie's Bookies. First match this week is from the Southern Premier League. Queen's Park away to Queenstown. The form line: Queenstown beat Wanaka 2-1 last week, and Queen's Park lost 5-0 to South City Royals. The odds are Queenstown $1.70, draw $3, Queen's Park $3.50. The other match I've got for you this week is a Donald Gray qualifier between Queen's Park and Winton. The form line: Queen's Park beat Thistle 3-1 last week, and Winton lost 2-1 to Te Anau. The odds are Queen's Park $1, draw $20, Winton $400. Please gamble responsibly.
Oh well, he's got some interesting odds there. We'll have to see how it plays out. I know he's definitely put a lot more time into the research because he hates being wrong.
Oh yeah. He'll be angry watching this.
Yeah,
I know I'm wrong.
But nah, very good, Burgie. Well done, mate. So we'll move into the draw for this week. The SPL team, obviously, we spoke on earlier, away to Queenstown, which I'm assuming is at the event centre at 2:45.
No, I think they've moved.
Oh, have they?
I don't know. Not sure. But yeah, I think they have. I think they've moved out to Jack's Point.
Ah, right, okay. Oh, yeah, we'll have to double check on that. But you're away to Queenstown anyway. Donald Gray host Winton at 1 o'clock here at our home ground, Surrey Park 2, which should be a humdinger. I'm sure the Winton socials will be all over it too.
Yeah, they will. That'll be an interesting one though.
It will be. Winton have had a couple of losses on the bounce now, and
I'd definitely rather be playing Winton here than out there. So
at the sheep paddock,
that's definitely a positive that you are playing them at home. But tough side to play against.
Yeah, I mean, when our reserve team was in Division 1, we couldn't beat them.
No, just couldn't beat them.
2 or 3 years.
It's just hard to play against and hard to beat. If they went 1-0 up, you'd have a tough day about it, like so.
Yeah, especially if there's a wind like this.
oh yeah, won't be on the ground much.
The women are away to Waihopai, also at 1 o'clock, playing at Surrey Park 3, which is Waihopai's second ground. I would expect nothing less than a similar win to last week, to be honest.
I think they beat them quite heavily a couple of years ago, didn't they? But from what I'm told, Waihopai have got some younger girls now than what were in that side. So
true. Hopefully.
Fair play to them. I mean, they're having a rebuild, and good luck to them because
you've got to start somewhere. So.
Yeah, and Invercargill needs a strong Waihopai and a strong South End, and we need to get back to having a 6-team Donald Gray and not having what's happened this year and being at the mercy of one club dropping out. So yeah, good on them for giving it a go. 100%.
Division 2 Level 1 also away to Waihopai at 1 o'clock, playing on Waihopai's main ground, Surrey Park 1. And Division 2 Editors Cut are away to Thistle at 1 o'clock, playing at O'Rourke Park. So good luck to all the teams. If you can, make sure you get down and support whichever team you feel like. Everyone appreciates it. I know certainly the Donald Gray team yesterday had quite a number of supporters there, which helps when we're playing before you guys.
Yeah, no, and that's part of it as well. And I've got to say as well, like the Thistle guys hung around for the SPL game. There are a lot of Thistle guys there, so I don't know if they were there to watch us lose, but potentially. But no, it's real good to see these crowds out at football. It helps that the weather's still. Well, yesterday was decent.
Yeah.
I suppose once it turns like it has today, they might dwindle a little bit, but it's really good to see people getting out and supporting football. And like you said, there was a good crowd there for the Donald Gray game yesterday.
Yep. So, good luck to all the teams. And look, that's us for another week. Thank you, Paddy, for coming in and wasting your hungover Sunday with me.
Cheers, Glenn. It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. And remember, Queen's Park for life. See you next week.